All right, so this is the reading for today. So now, Gabe and Davy were the boys in blue. Gabe pulled his cap low and squinted. He searched for Davy, marching with the 71st Pennsylvania, but the dust was too thick. So many regiments and brigades had joined the long blue column, with flags flying from every northern state from Maine to Michigan to Minnesota. Gabe had never seen so many soldiers. "Keep up, boy," ordered a sergeant. "No stragglers. We got a full day's march to Gettysburg." "Yes, sir." Gabe obeyed and quick-stepped forward, keeping his eye on Lancer up ahead, the major's powerful chestnut charger. This horse right here. His name is Lancer. Lancer was a trained military horse, with the letters U.S. branded on his hindquarter. Neither busting shells nor flying bullets spooked him. He'd charge into battle, knowing all the commands almost before they were called. Like Lancer, Gabe knew all the commands too. There were 60 different battle calls for young buglers to learn. Pay special attention to this page, guys. The problem in the Civil War was that the Confederate Army had the same calls. So it was crucial for troops to learn the style of their own bugler, especially in battle. So Gabriel practiced long and hard. And to make sure his regiment knew it was him, he put a little uplifting lilt in each one. But unlike Lancer, Gabe had never been in a real battle. The next day, they made camp below Cemetery Ridge. Already fighting and skirmishes had broken out. Cannon smoke hung heavy in the air. Up on Cemetery Hill, Gabe could see dozens of artillery batteries pointed toward the enemy. Immediately, the mayor called for scouts, and Davy was the first to step forward. Gabe nervously watched his brother vanish into the smoke, while army mules rumbled by hauling more cannons and heavy caissons loaded with grape shot and canister shells. Gabe knew he wouldn't be needed right away, so he slipped into the densely wooded hillsides and sat by a stream to practice battle calls. He stuffed his handkerchief in his bugle's bell and softly blew "Commence fire." To his surprise, a bugle softly answered from across the stream with "Cease fire." Gabe looked but saw no one, so he blew "Fix bayonets" and instantly heard "Unfix bayonets." Astounded, Gabe stood and blew a full charge and came back "Retreat." Suddenly, a boy peeked out from the bushes with a bugle in one hand, a fishing pole in the other, and a big old grin on his dirty, freckled face. He splashed across the stream to Gabe. "Howdy, I'm Orley. You sure know how to blow that horn." "I'm Gabriel." Gabe smiled, happy to meet a boy his own age. Orley started gabbing like they were old friends. "Gabriel, now that's a right fancy name. My pa wanted to give me a fancy name, but Ma wanted to call me Lee. Pa kept thinking up fancier and fancier names like Beauregard and Bertram, but Ma kept saying, Orley. She had to say it so many times that pretty soon they just called me Orley." Gabe laughed, and Orley chuckled. It'd been a long time since either boy had laughed. "Betcha thought I was named after General Robert E. Lee, didn't ya?" Orley winked. "Nah, not in the Mississippi hills I growed up in. Ma figured a name like Lee with just 3 letters, 'specially with 2 of them the same, would be real easy for a feller to keep track of. A right smart woman, my ma." Then Orley paused and quietly asked, "Do your home folks call you Gabe?" Gabe nodded silently, and for a moment both boys tried to remember the sound of their mothers' voices. That's when Gabe noticed Orley had scratched his name and regiment, the 11th Mississippi, on the bell of his bugle, just in case.